Madam Kapagam, can you please go ahead and convey your message and experience?
Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to speak here. I would say I haven't met many, but happy to meet here. And I do know Chandra, as Ramani sir put out, that Chandra is kind of like a leading light for many things. And that's one reason of me. Generally, I'm kind of socially awkward, if you want to put it, but I did not want to disappoint Chandra, so I did want to talk today. So what does meditation mean to me? And I am an architect and the site leader for IBM, a particular part of IBM, right? Resiliency. And but personal resiliency, what does meditation mean to me? I would say is life is not without challenges. Life is always with challenges, otherwise it gets bored, right? And when life has challenges, every one of us, it's like in Tamil, that says every house has a door entrance. So every life, there is going to be challenges. That's part of life. That's part of learning we are here for. When we meet that, where do we get the strength from to meet that? That is meditation to me. Look inside and find the strength. So I was listening to Patrick sir, right? First time I'm listening to you, because many times Chandra had given me, but those were in Telugu, which I can't understand. But this time I did listen to you. And I would say the message that I was thinking of talking today, you touched upon everything. So I'm just going to put it in my words, but it's the same thing, right? And so what do I find as meditation required in corporate life? Let me just leave the medical life or personal life where we find medical benefits to our stress situation in our everyday. Those things I'll leave it to well qualified people like Ramani sir discuss about it. But I would talk about what does it mean in my job day to day when I work with people. Why do I want to encourage everybody to meditate? Is the first and foremost principle is the passion, the energy. We are able to focus. We all want to focus the energy on to become something that's achievable, that is achievable more than the ordinary. So there is, I don't know who said this, but somebody said, heroes become heroes. They are not ordinary people. They become heroes when they achieve the extraordinary. So how can each of us then become heroes? We all want to be heroes of our own lives. So how do we become? That means that we need to focus our energy to where we can achieve the extraordinary. So that is the first place where, how do you focus the mind? How do you calm the mind so that it is focused on one and only activity, right? And whether it's eye surgery, as Ramani sir put it, it requires inordinate amount of focus and energy. And every walk of life, even if you're a homemaker, anything you do requires the same mindfulness. So the mindfulness first principle that we are talking is focus on that activity rather than letting your mind wander around, which in Buddhism they call it as monkey mind. How do you control that? That's anapanasati, which is what Patriji was talking about, and maybe Hinduism we will call it as just prana yoga, right? Whatever we call wouldn't matter, but focusing on the breath practices that muscle that is required for you to focus on any activity you want to focus your mind on. So that's the first. Now that we have learned to focus our mind on one activity, is that sufficient? In any part of life, it doesn't matter for corporate or not. That alone doesn't achieve the extraordinary. Yes, you have honed your mind. You can practice like a Usain Bolt to do it, but still, on the day, on that moment, if you have to win the Olympic gold, it's not about only what you've practiced, but what is the right thing? What is the thing that you have to make? At any moment, so much data is in front of us. How do we make the right decision? The decision that is important for us to be able to succeed so that we don't have regrets. We don't think about, yes, we will learn. But what is important is when there are 10 different ways, how do I know what way to go? So after calming your mind, the next is you are going to have to focus on the set of data and come out with what is the right decision for that. That's in Zen Buddhism called as living on the razor's edge. So that requires, in Buddhism again, anapanasati allows you to do, but then my spiritual guru, I would say, is Ramana Maharishi, asked the thing that is that is impelling. What is that moment that you want to act on? And ask the question, what is that I that is impelling you? And that tells you what is the purpose of this particular activity that we are doing. What is the purpose of life or purpose of that moment of activity you're doing or your job, whatever be it. Ask that question. The third point is, I have heard Chandra talk about it, that even Patriji sir talked about it in front, is that what you put your mind to, you can achieve. So we have come 2 steps on the ladder, that we are able to focus and we are able to make the right decisions. But now it also is important, what are we earning for? We shouldn't cling to things that doesn't matter in the overall thing. The universal goodness that what you see will manifest itself if you ask the right. Not that I want 100 crores of rupees for my own family and generations to be safely and securely living. But if I ask for, in this particular time, if every individual asks, what can I contribute to make life better for myself as well as for others in this COVID situation or in this pandemic situation or any situation we are in, then now we are taking our thing above ourselves and thinking about what is the common good. And I believe again somebody said, if everybody starts acting for common good, then good becomes common. So there I would stop and say this is the most important benefit for any organization or any part of life that we work in. If we focus on 3 things, how to calm our mind, how to make the right decision, which means when as your intuition, as your gut, listening to the world around rather than listening to our own bias, judgmental, and all other anxiety fears. Instead, focus on the data, the reality, live in the here and now. And then the last is compassion beyond us, compassion to something that is higher than what our current life is. That will make that purpose come true. So that's the purity of purpose. If we do this, then we find peace. And naturally, peace means whatever situation we are in, with a calm and happy mind, whether in this COVID situation, our immunity is boosted and our parents' immunity, even if they are above 80 years, is boosted because we are all in a calm mind and ability to act and take the results as they come. So I will stop here, return it back to you, Sai. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Karpagam Madam. Amazing articulation of meditation and the benefits of meditation for people like us who spend a lot of time in the corporate world amidst a lot of change out there. So great inputs. So now I just want to tie these two, right? I mean, both of you spoke about change and then the way meditation allows us to deal with change. So